It's morphin' time. Pterodactyl.
Hi there, this is Datila with Rangers of Wrestling, bringing you the It's Wrestling Time New Year AEW New Year's Smash post show. All right, so for tonight's show, kicked off with the return of good old JR Jim Ross, who, as we know, was battling cancer and apparent, and it's been no, it's well, the news was broken today that JR is cancer free. So that's amazing news. So happy for JR. All right. So the show kicked off with FTR, Matt Hardy and Private Party versus Jurassic Express, Lucha Brothers, and Christian Cage. This match was a little chaotic, I have to say. It was all over the place. I like how Christian Cage and Jungle Boy flipped a Cash Wheeler, though. I like how Cash saved Dax from Jungle Boy's submission. And then FTR catapulted Jungle Boy into the turnbuckle. And Matt Hardy, Private Party, and FTR ended up being victorious. Like I said, this match was a little bit chaotic and kind of all over the place, but it was still a good way to kick off tonight's show. I liked it. And now after this, we had our first trios match of the evening. It was Eddie Kingston, Santana and Ortiz versus 2.0 and Daniel Garcia. I like that Santana did the Three Amigos to Daniel Garcia, which was followed by Eddie Chance. Daniel Garcia using the trunks to pick up the win for him and 2.0. But let's talk about what happened after the match. Chris Jericho came back and before that, Daniel Garcia hit Santana with the ring bell. And then Chris Jericho came back, and Eddie Kingston was not happy that Chris Jericho was out there, even though he came back and helped them. So it's interesting. I'm curious to see where that leads to, because Eddie Kingston did not seem happy that Chris Jericho was there. Seriously. So then after this, we get the MJF segment, and the gist of this segment was that Wardlow is going to enter, I believe they said, a ladder match where the winner gets a shot at the TNT title. But MJF made it very clear that if Wardlow wins, he wants Wardlow to give him that title opportunity. This is just they're furthering the storylines. Wardlow is probably getting ready to turn on MJF. The seeds are being planted, and I'm curious to see how it's executed. So speaking of Wardlow, where we get Colin Delaney versus Wardlow. Where the hell has Colin Delaney been? It feels like forever that we've seen him. You know, I think the last time we saw him was on NXT a couple years back. I don't recall. But according to commentary, Wardlow was on a 16-match winning streak. So this is win number 17. This was a short match, squash match. Wardlow was victorious, and then Shawn Spears attacked Colin Delaney with the chair like he's done to previous opponents of Wardlow. So then we get a backstage segment with the SuperKliq. And Adam Cole says tonight's going to be a historic night. And the Bucks basically say that Kyle hasn't even said hi or made eye contact with them. So this was basically, I really like this segment because it seems to me like you're little by little planting the seeds of Adam Cole turning on, Kenny Omega and the Bucks and aligning himself with Red Dragon. So Kyle already made it a point to say that can he trust Adam Cole? Because we have to wait and see for the main event. So then afterwards, we had the Men of the Year segment. And this was kind of a cringe segment. Some of it, I kind of didn't like this segment. But they were talking about Brandy and how it was a stripper name. And then they dissed Cody by saying that he had a Transformers tattoo on his neck. And that he was never anybody until he met Tony. And Brandy Rhodes basically came out and called him less talented version of Paul Heyman, and Dan Lambert says he prefers Jim Cornette. And he said he was to slap the taste out of Brandy's mouth. And then Dustin Rhodes came out and Ethan Page cheap shot at him. Like I said, that the segment was a little cringe. I wasn't a huge fan of this segment, but it is what it is. I guess the Men of the Year are starting to feud with Cody and Dustin, maybe. We'll have to see where it goes. Then after this, we get the finals of the TBS tournament. It's Thunder Rosa versus Jade Cargill. Wow, this was a good match. I was not disappointed by this match. Well, hold on. Like I said, I really liked this match. I was waiting for this match. Thunder Rosa came out looking dressed as Wolverine with those, even with claws, which I thought was pretty cool. Now during the match, somebody attacked Thunder Rosa while Mark Sterling distracted the ref. In a way, I kind of was upset by that because I wanted it to be a clean, straight down the middle match. Like, Jade Cargill still technically got the win. And it was, I guess you could say it was a clean finish. No. But I thought Jade Cargill, she doesn't need help to beat Thunder Rosa. So this part kind of confused me as to why they brought in Mercedes Martinez to help Jade Cargill, when in my opinion, Jade doesn't need help. But yeah, so Mercedes Martinez was the person who attacked Thunder Rosa. But I'm still curious to see where this goes. Then we get a CM Punk segment making his debut at Daily's Place. And commentary makes it a point to say that they've been at Daily's Place 66 times. But this is Punk's first time. It's funny. They've been there 66 times, but they can't come to the West Coast one time. And since he's never been there, he wanted to ask where Jim Ross was. And he said that he made a comment saying that anybody who tries to minimize Brody Lee's did not get a chance to even meet Brody Lee. Then he turned his attention to MJF and says that MJF is practically a Twitter troll, that he hides behind a keyboard, FTR, and Wardlow, which is not wrong. And that he said that last week he got to team up with Sting and Darby Allin. And he said they don't want none, which, is that an AJ Styles reference? All he needed to do was go like this. And I would have been like, yeah, that's an AJ Styles reference. He says he wants to look at the bigger picture and that there are bigger things on the horizon for him. And he makes references to his 2011 pipe bomb by saying that he's the best in the world on that microphone, in that ring, even on commentary, and nobody can touch him. I got flashbacks to that segment when he said that. Then we have Brian Pillman Jr. He said that his brother, Gift Garrison, walked right into the House of Black. And that he's busted his ass and stay day in, day out since day one. And then we're going to meet the new Brian Pillman Jr. and then Malachi Black shows up. So, curious to see how far this feud goes. It's probably going to set up Brian Pillman Jr. versus Malachi Black. And then in the main event, we get the trios match. It was Orange Cassidy and Best Friends versus Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, and Kyle O'Reilly, because they still don't have a name yet. This was a really great match. I really, really liked this match. A couple things that I noticed were that Adam Cole disrupted the hug attempt for the Best Friends and Orange Cassidy. Another thing that I noticed was that commentary said that they would go into overtime that they needed, but I'll talk more about that right now. I like how Kyle O'Reilly pushed Adam Cole out of the way, but at the same time, Kyle O'Reilly accidentally super kicked Adam Cole in the face. And then Drunken Tent ended up hugging, but Brandon Cutler came out, of course. And the Bucks came out and super kicked Best Friends, allowing Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish to pick up the win. So obviously, Adam Cole might be upset that Kyle O'Reilly kicked him. Didn't look too happy. So I'm curious to see where that goes. That's long-term storytelling. But they were saying, I kind of got annoyed with the fact that commentary was saying, oh, we're going to go into overtime if we need to. Because as far as I recall, since Dynamite started, they have not gone into overtime, not one time. They always end at a 7 p.m. Always. Well, 9 or 10, whatever coast you're on. So they never once have gone into overtime. So it kind of annoyed me that commentary kept saying that, because it's like, we know you guys aren't going to go into overtime, so don't even say that. But I'm pretty excited to see what's next in the Kyle O'Reilly Adam Cole feud. But that was a good way to end not only the final Dynamite of the year, but the final Dynamite on TNT. But overall, I felt like this was a regular episode of Dynamite. He didn't feel like, this is our final show. We gotta go all big, and I don't know. I'd give it a 3 out of 5, 6 out of 10. Again, this is just in my opinion, so you guys can feel free to disagree with me. But hands down, I really like that last trio. So I like the main event. I think that was a great way to close things off. But that being said, thank you guys all so much for watching and for your continued support. Please make sure you follow me on Twitter at Datila_. I live tweet during every show: Raw, SmackDown, Dynamite, Rampage, and Impact Wrestling. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. And make sure you hit that bell so you get notified whenever I go live or release a new video. And I'll see you guys on Friday after AEW Rampage. Bye.